All right. Melina Waldo.
My name is Melina Waldo, M-E-L-I-N-A W-A-L-D-O. Good evening to everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be here to testify in favor of marriage equality. Before I give my statement, I just wanted to share with you a little experience I had yesterday, a very ordinary day. I picked up my New York Times, as I usually do, and on the front page, what do I see but this picture of an elderly gay male couple, one of whom has Alzheimer's, the other one tenderly feeding him. One gentleman is 76, and the other one is 71. This is an article about aging with regard to the gay and lesbian community. It's I recommend it to everybody to read, but I just wanted to show you this because I was thinking about my testimony. Listening to the news later on that day, I heard that Pamela Anderson had gotten married for the third time. So, you know, it's just an interesting juxtaposition. You have heard testimony, eloquent testimony tonight, as to why civil unions have fallen short of the goal of protecting gay and lesbian families. You've heard from the experts themselves, those gay and lesbian couples and families most directly affected by the shortcomings in any separate but not equal law. I thought we learned that lesson back in the 60s when I was young. I speak from the perspective of someone who has been married for 47 years, who has 4 children, and who's a proud grandmother of 5. I will speak to you from my heart and try to explain my feelings as a mother experiencing the pain of being unable to protect her gay child. Marriage is important to our family. Our 3 daughters were able to marry the persons of their choice, but my son cannot. He and his partner must arrange their lives together as best they can, as all gay people must do, making it up as they go along. No legal support, no social support, just their love and commitment to each other to carry them through the difficulties of life. Try explaining this situation to a child, as my daughter attempted to last year when her 8-year-old asked, "Why isn't Uncle Craig married?" My daughter explained that yes, Uncle Craig and Uncle Robert have lived together for several years. Yes, they love each other. Yes, they take care of each other, but they are not allowed to marry because they are gay. In the words of children from time immemorial, my granddaughter cried, "But Mom, that's not fair." I realize, of course, that not all people wish to marry, but the vast majority of us do, and some of us many times, in fact. That is because instinctively we know that life is often difficult, and having someone who loves us by our side through thick and thin can make all the difference. My husband and I have been through some tough times. We've both had cancer, and we've been a support for each other through it all. Civil unions just don't cut it. Marriage is the gold standard in relationships, and that's what I want for my son. If he so chooses, of course. Marriage is the only means by which gay couples will realize the respect and honor that their relationships deserve. As long as we have a separate category, such as civil unions, the love that gay couples have for each other will always be thought of as less than. How can we be discussing whether or not to grant gay and lesbian couples the full rights and responsibilities of marriage when we just heard about these instances that I mentioned of Pamela Anderson, Britney Spears, fill in the blanks, Why are we discussing this when we have all these committed couples here? And I want to say two other things. One on a practical level to our legislators, and another on a more philosophical level to those who oppose marriage equality for gays and lesbians. And this to our legislators. Does anyone have the slightest doubt that gays and lesbians will have the right to marry one day? Not only in New Jersey, but in all 50 states. I do appreciate the worthy goal of trying to reach a consensus on any important issue like this, but the reality is that some opponents will never get there. Unfortunately, there are those, I refer to them as the professional homophobes, who profit from demonizing gay people. Some organizations do nothing but rally the forces of hatred against our gay and lesbian loved ones, and even saddest of all, some churches. They know that they've lost the battle and are engaging in nothing but delaying tactics and will continue to do so as long as you allow them by leaving this issue unsettled. It will go on and on. Please put an end to it. And to those who oppose marriage for gays and lesbians, I have searched my heart for years trying to understand you. Who on earth would it hurt if loving gay couples are allowed to legally marry? Really, I've asked this question over and over again. I have yet to get an answer. I'm going to ask them again. Are you all going to then get a divorce? Will heterosexuals not marry anymore? No church will be forced to marry gays, so it can't be, your objections cannot be for religious reasons. My own Catholic Church has many strict rules about who it will and will not marry, and they may continue to do so. No one is asking anything of the churches except to leave others alone, to live their lives in peace. Sometimes I think that what opponents of marriage equality really fear is that indeed nothing will happen if gays marry. Nothing. The earth will continue to revolve on its axis. The sun will rise and set each day, and life will go on. Massachusetts still has the lowest divorce rate in the country. Does everyone know that? Maybe their real fear is having the lies and slander against our gay and lesbian loved ones finally exposed. Our world is suffering from Camden, right next door to us, all the way to Congo, and needs all of us, including our gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered citizens, working together to solve the real problems threatening our children's future. As a grandmother, this concerns me greatly, and I will keep on speaking out for our gay and lesbian loved ones as long as God gives me the voice to do so. Thank you very much.